What a gwan, peeps, what a gwan. It's Valerie's Naturals Oracles, and I'm very excited because we've got through all of the major arcanas. And if you didn't know, this is about tarot card interpretations. So we went through 22 cards in the deck so far. So if you want to see the major arcanas, there is a playlist, and I think it's going to be at the end of this video. But if not, go and look for my playlist which says Tarot Card Interpretations. So we're starting off on the Suit of Wands first of all, because I don't know if you know that in these actual tarot cards, especially the Rider-Waite, the actual Wands is about the working class, or at least it used to be. But we're going to start off with the pages. We're going to start with the page, then we're going to go to the knight, then we're going to go to the queen, and then the king. And then we go into the suit, the whole suit itself from 1 to 10. So I just thought I'd start off that way, because rather than clumping all of the court cards together, which are still classed as minor arcanas, I thought I would do it for that whole suit. So it makes sense. So if you didn't know, what I do is give my spin or interpretation on these cards. Then I show you other cards in other decks and how they portray the same card differently from the actual Rider-Waite one that we've got here. And then I will give you the textbook version. And just to let you know, I do worksheets with this every single week. And I do the basic version that everybody can have, and then I do an extensive version that will explain the card in more detail and also the reversal. So if you're interested, the link is in the bio, or in the description box, I should say. So let's get on with it. What is my interpretation of this card, first of all? Well, certainly it's going to be a child, an immature gesture, or it's going to be a young person. The second thing is they want to come forward with some kind of action, some kind of message. And to be fair, with the pages of wands, it really is good news. But sometimes, and in some circles and some descriptions, they also talk about wands about being a phallic symbol, if you didn't know. So do you see the way that the page of wands is offering up his wand? Do they want to come with some emotional, immature action towards you? This is what I always see in this card. I see somebody wants to step to you, but it's a small action, basically. But sometimes, 9 times out of 10, it is good news. So this is a plus card for me, really. You know, unless it's put next to negative connotations, or if it's in the sexual sense, it's going to be a phallic symbol. So anyway, I'm not going to take it that any further than that, but I'm going to show you some other decks and how they portray the page of wands. Okay, so let's have a look at the page of wands in this deck, and I've got this one out, the Egyptian Tarot. And look at it, they call it the knave in here. Do you see that? It says the Knave of Wands. And this knave is certainly taking action about something. They're doing something. It's creativity. Like I said, the wand suit itself used to be about the working classes. But I guess if you've got a page knight, king and queen, it couldn't have been that working class, unless the working class have people that rule over them too. But this is how it is. So let's move on to the next deck. And I've got here the Wandering Star Tarot. This is new and I need to do a review on this as well. I've got so many reviews to do. I'm scratching my head now. But this is the page here, and this one literally gives you it tells you what it's about. It says good news and communication. So it's a messenger. In essence, the page of wands is normally the messenger who's got something to say, who wants to take an action, especially in the wands. And then I'm going to show you one more, and this is the Tarot of the Knight. If you didn't know what Nuit means, it's French for night, and I had to figure this out because I didn't know, but I just love the cards because they're so beautiful. And this is the page of wands, and it happens to be a woman, but do you see those eyes? That's a bit of a strange one for me to be having this as the page of wands and then those eyes. It's very wolf-like, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? And no other deck is portraying it like that. I mean, look at this messenger, and this messenger is supposed to be, I mean, a child. I mean, it's just the way it's been depicted in these decks, isn't it? But do you see what I mean when I have... This is why I show you different decks, because different decks show the same card in a different way. One of these is not like the other. Do you know what I mean? So look, this is that portrayal of the Page of Wands. This is this portrayal of the Page of Wands. And this is this portrayal of the Page of Wands. Very strange and very weird. So anyway, I'm going to give you... This is going to be really quick. Let me tell you, this is going to be really quick because there's not a lot to say about the Page of Wands unless it's in a reading. And so to understand fully, to talk about the Page of Wands, I mean, I could go deep. For example, he's holding up his wand like he's offering something. He's very decked out, even though it's meant to be immature, childish. It's almost like a little bit of a mask, isn't it? He's even got his little hat with the feather for good luck. Do you know? But do you notice the background? The background is very telling. It's very desolate, isn't it? Is everything not what it seems? You have to ask yourself the question, because, you know, this is what it's saying to me in the background. But anyway, I could go on. So let's go to the textbook version before I go. And it says here, just to tell you about the Major Arcana first, because we're just starting off this here. It says, in days of old, pages were of a young age and often acted as messengers, delivering by hand sealed messages on behalf of the king or queen in the royal court. Interesting. So the Page of Wands, child or young person, and it's the fire element. If you didn't know, I should have said that. It's the fire element. It is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, if you didn't know. Okay, and it says here, active and energetic, cheerful, optimistic, sometimes appears quite fearless, action orientated, full of new ideas but often lacks thinking it through. Tendency to dive into things headfirst without much forethought. Cheeky little monkey or lovable rogue describes this person. As an event, okay, it says good news coming in, usually swiftly, may be work orientated, can be classed as letters, telephone calls, or word of mouth. Do you see what I mean? The work related comes in here. It's usually because the Wands is of work. You know, it's about partnership, it's about entrepreneurship, but you can put another spin on it if you want to. Do you know what I mean? It depends on the reading. So I hope that helped. And if you want further explanation, please go to the link in my description box where I've got worksheets that you can look at. And the extensive one to this will be in my Patreon. And so please hit the subscribe button and click the alert bell so you know when I'm going to do another video. And if you're particularly interested in interpretations, I've already done the whole Major Arcana. And this is the start of the Wands suit itself. So next time will be the Knight of Wands, who I love to call the player from the Himalayas, the in and out energy. But there's more to them than that. It's just the way it comes out in my reading sometimes. But anyway, until next time, take care.